Hi, it's about 7 on Wednesday, 14th of July. We're ready for another midwinter tramp in Whirinaki, doing the Te Pua-a-Tāne Circuit, which is about 80 kilometres. It should take us 6 days. So we've stayed here last night at the Whirinaki Recreation Camp, which you can drive to. It's got 3 little cabins that are really cheap, showers, cooking shelter over that way. So yeah, this is a really good spot to stay before a long tramp, or if you want to explore the shorter walks in the park. So we've got about a 15-minute drive from here up to the River Road car park where we'll be starting. The plan is to head to Upper Whirinaki Hut tonight, hopefully, which should be about 23 kilometres at about 8 hours, so we should get there about 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's 8:15 now. We've just arrived at the River Road car park and got all packed up and ready to go. So the sign says it should be about 5 hours to Central Whirinaki Hut, so we'll have a break there, and then it should be about another 3 hours from there to Upper Whirinaki. Vern's camp, a little shelter, should be 2 hours in, so we might have a break there. We've just done a 2-minute side trip to the Whirinaki Waterfall. So we've been walking for about an hour and a half now, done 5.6 kilometres. So this is a 4-hour loop track that goes back to the car. So we'll return to the bags and keep heading up to Vern's camp, which should be about another hour away. We've just spotted a little blue duck down there in the stream. It's 10:30 now. We've just stopped for a break at Vern's camp shelter, which is about halfway to Central Whirinaki Hut. So we've been walking for just over 2 hours now. It's a really cool little shelter, good camping area. Got the river not too far away down there. A couple of mattresses in here. Fire down the back. So we'll keep going to Central. Just coming around the corner to Central Whirinaki Hut. Toilets up that way. So this is the Central Whirinaki Hut. 25 beds, and kitchen area over there. Table there. Fire. It's got 2 little bunk rooms. We've stayed here a couple of times before, so it's a really nice spot. It's a serviced hut, so adults are $15 to stay here. So we've just finished our lunch, and the plan is to continue on up to Upper Whirinaki, which should be another 6.2 kilometres according to the sign. It's 1:45 now, and we've just made it to the Tomutu Bridge. So about half an hour from Central Whirinaki Hut. So this is the point where we leave the main track, which continues over the bridge and up to Plateau Road, and we head down that way. This looks a bit rougher. We should have a few crossings of the Tomutu stream. Might be walking up it for a bit. It's about 4:15 now, and we've just arrived at the Upper Whirinaki Hut. So it's been about 8 hours walking today. That last section was getting a bit tiring through the river, as the river's up. It's been raining for the last few weeks, so it probably wouldn't usually take that long. But the total for the day was just under 25 kilometres. And yeah, so about 3 hours from Central Whirinaki, so a bit longer from there. But this is a nice little spot. Got 9 bunks. We're the only ones here, so that's good. We'll see if we can find some wood and get the fire going. So it's about 20 to 8 on Friday morning now. Had a nice night in the Upper Whirinaki Hut. Got the fire going. So it's quite warm in here last night. We're just having breakfast now. We've got our porridge. It's rained pretty heavily all night last night, so the rivers will be a bit higher than yesterday. Hopefully we shouldn't have too many crossings today. There's one just here next to the hut, but hopefully that's all. We've been looking in the hut book, and it says someone counted the river crossings yesterday, and they've turned out to be 38 that we did yesterday. We actually lost count. And also it says here that someone was planning on going to the Upper Te Hoe Hut where we're planning on going tonight yesterday, but they've had to be helicoptered out, and we actually saw the helicopter on the way up to Central Whirinaki yesterday, so that must have been them. So yeah, the plan for today is to head to the Upper Te Hoe Hut, which should be about 6 hours from here, about 11.5 k's apparently. So it's about 10 to 9 now. We're just about to leave the Upper Whirinaki Hut, heading towards Upper Te Hoe. So we've got a little stream crossing here, and then it should be just over 11 kilometres. So we've been walking for just about an hour now from the Upper Whirinaki Hut, and we've done about 2.5 kilometres. So we've just come out onto the Whirinaki River again. We've got to follow this up a little bit, and there should be a bridge going across somewhere up the track a bit further, and then we'll keep following the river up and follow the track up the hill to the junction. Just come to this slip, which is, we've just finished crossing it, which took quite a while. It was quite hard to get over there. You see the track on the other side there. It's given me a few cuts and fell over a few times, so I'm now kind of covered in mud. So we'll keep going. We've just finished lunch on the track. We're at the point where we're leaving the Whirinaki River. We had a few unexpected crossings of it just back there, but I think we're finished with that now, so it should be about a 300 metre climb to the top of this hill. We've finally made it to the top of the hill, 1,166 metres above sea level. So apparently there's another 4.7 kilometres, 2 hours to go to Upper Te Hoe Hut. It's funny, this sign says 6.4 kilometres, but it's been 10.3 recorded on my watch. So this is the junction with the Pukehu track, so the track that way goes but down to Pukehu Carpark, which is about 2 hours away. We've actually done that track before and come up to this sign as a day trip, so that was quite overgrown when we were here though. So we'll keep heading down towards Upper Te Hoe. So it's just after 3:30 now. We've just got to the Upper Te Hoe Hut. So yeah, been quite a long day, just over 6.5 hours from Upper Whirinaki. It was actually 16 kilometres instead of 11 like the sign said, so their times are a little bit off. And yeah, there's a big hill in the middle, so we'll come down the other side now into the Te Hoe Valley and we'll stay here. So yeah, nice little hut, same layout as Upper Whirinaki. Toilet over there, and view down to the Te Hoe Valley around that way. It looks like there's some firewood inside, so we'll see if we can get the fire going. We've just spotted this sign on the inside of the Upper Te Hoe Hut saying that the track's been changed from an advanced tramping track to a route quality, basically the whole way through where we're going on this trip, in the first few days anyway. So that's interesting to know. The track coming down here was pretty rough. It looked like it hadn't been cleared in a while. A bit of river walking, which was quite hard today. So hopefully it gets a bit better tomorrow. So it's just after 7 now. We've just finished dinner in the Upper Te Hoe Hut. So had a nice second day, quite long. It's been quite a hard tramp so far, definitely not a very family friendly one. So yeah, thanks for watching this first video in the series on the Te Pua-a-Tāne Circuit. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already so you don't miss part 2, which will be out soon.